Do you know that you're meant for more and it's just like almost painful to not be able to recognize it or feel like you're not able to recognize it? Well, this is for those who know that they were born to thrive and they're ready to figure out how to shine in their own unique, beautiful way because you are special. You're just a special little snowflake. You know that? You are. You're really a once in a million, billion, gazillion years type of event. Say what? I mean, you are. Do you know what the odds are of you actually being here? That your mom and dad would meet and that sperm met that egg and then that their parents would meet and da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's not an accident. If you believe in accidents, I don't really know why you're on my channel. Like, there are no accidents. Accidents, no coincidences. You're here for a reason, and you're here watching this because there's something in you calling you forth, and you know that the pain of staying the same is going to be more than the pain of getting out of your comfort zone. It's scary. You know, I tried to get my coaching business off the ground for over 3 years. And prior to that, I'm a projector, human design. We go through a lot. I think we all have our unique conditioning that we go through as children. But what's crazy is like the greater the potential, the greater the experiences that they undergo in order to realize that potential. It reminds me of this Maya Angelou quote. She's like, when you know better, you have to do better. And it was like growing up, I felt like I just couldn't get away with anything. Like all the attention was on me, not like, oh, look at me. It was like, I couldn't get away with like just getting by. I couldn't get away with just trying to be what everyone else was doing. Like I wanted to hang with the cool kids, and then I got on drugs, and then I couldn't get off drugs for like 10 years. And it was the most painful thing because I felt like I was living two different lives, to be honest. I felt like there was Amanda who was at school, who had her shit together, and then there was Amanda who just liked to let loose and party and forget about the pain of this thought that I was going to have to live an average life working a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. I never knew what I wanted to do when I grew up. I was always interested in psychology and systems and the way people work, the way systems work. But I didn't really know what to do with that. And then I also wanted to make a lot of money. And there was just no apparent path in front of me of how I could harness this passion I had for people, for helping people. I always wanted to help people, even when my life was a disaster fire. Like, I still really wanted to help people. It was really kind of funny. Oh my God. I remember when I was in jail, I had this waking up moment where I gotten arrested for the 3rd time in a single year. Because I told you I can't get away with anything, right? Apparently not. And so I was in jail and I had this moment and I was like, oh shit. I was like, Amanda, you are the center of all of this chaos. Like, you're the one who created all of this. And I was like, oh snap. So if I created that, then maybe, just maybe, I could create something different. But at the time, I had been so distraught and down for so long, I didn't feel like I deserved any better. I didn't feel like I deserved a better life. And at the same time, I still really wanted to help other people. And what I realized was I was never going to be able to help anybody else until I could help myself, which started the long journey of recovery, of finding myself, finding my voice, what my strengths really were, and what I had to offer the marketplace in a way that felt aligned for me. Because straight out of college, I went to go work in this logistics job, and it was one of my professors told me that I would be good at that, so I should do that. So that's what I did, and I was sitting behind a desk, and I did it for like 3 days, and I was like, this is not it. This is not it. I can just tell you that right now. And so I didn't last there very long, needless to say. And then I kind of started on this journey of becoming a coach because I just feel like therapy is important, for some people to get through a lot of more of the emotional trauma, but I don't know, is it? It's like, how much, it's not that I don't think we should bottle all our feelings in. It's like, I don't really know how much rehashing the past and going through the same fucking cycles over and over and over again, and just like therapists, like that somehow makes it better. Like, no, just you do better. Sorry, maybe that was callous. I know some people really need it. I was in therapy most of my life, so maybe that's what helped me get to the point I'm at. My point is, I knew I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be a therapist dealing with that shit. So I was like, I'm going to be a coach, because I'm really about like creating your very best life, because that's what I had to do that. I had to do that for me. I had to figure that out for me. And I was like, okay, now that I've kind of figured it out. Like I have some things down. And what's so funny is how everything always adds up. Things are always adding up for you all the time, whether you think they are or not. All of the experiences and jobs that I've held over the years have directly led me to the point that I'm at today. So if you woke up this morning and you hate your fucking job and you hate your life and you're just like, I don't know that I could go on like this, that's the best possible thing for you. I don't know how else to say it, but you need that experience. For whatever reason, you're not in enough pain yet to change. And when you decide, because it's your decision, this whole thing of like, I know that I gotta do better, or I gotta leave him, or I gotta leave this job, but I'm just not ready yet. It's like, okay, when is gonna be the perfect time? The perfect time will be when it gets so painful that you can't go through it for another single day. I can just tell you that because I'm stubborn as fuck. I'm stubborn. But what I can tell you is, so I have to like learn my lessons the hard way. And the thing is, we learn through pain and suffering until we can learn to like learn through wisdom and love, like learning from other people's experiences. And so like not repeating it over and over. But so what I'm saying to you is, if you know that you were born to thrive and you are not thriving yet, then allow that to be what it is and find joy in the discomfort. Does that sound crazy? Find joy in that, because it's directly leading you to where you're supposed to go. So after getting out of jail, I had to start like piecing my life together, and it's like, God, you have to work. Like I wasn't at the point where I could really be a coach at this point, obviously. And I ended up getting a job in marketing. I just started making websites. My mom was working at this chiropractor's office. He needed help with a website. He had like 5 or 6 locations. So I like did that. And then I ended up in marketing for a number of years. Ended up being a creative director, a marketing director, and I did like all of the things that marketing entails. And that's directly led to where I am today. I mean, without having all of that experience, I wouldn't have been able to have the level of success that I do now in this business. So if you're really scared of making the change, or you're really scared of putting yourself out there online, I want to let you know that it's not about you. There are people right now, right here in this world, who want and need and are willing to pay for what you have to offer. And you have the keys to their success and their happiness. And if you never let them know about it, if you never put yourself out there online, how are those people going to get where they need to go? Because I believe that we have soul contracts with people. That before we came here, we agreed that we were going to meet, and I was going to help you with this and you were going to help me with that, and we were going to grow together and experience this together. And so part of that is you fulfilling your contract. Are you going to leave that person hanging because you're so scared that someone's going to think that you don't know what you're talking about, or an imposter. I get this imposter thing a lot, and I understand it because I started making content on TikTok because nobody I knew was on TikTok, like in my real life. And so it didn't freak me out as much because I was like, well, what if people find out that I, went through addiction, was in recovery, and that I'm trying to start this online coaching business? Like, what if people find out? I was so scared. So I started on TikTok. And that's okay. You can start wherever you're comfortable. And even though I've been making TikToks for years, I wanted to start this YouTube channel. And what's so funny is like, I don't actually spend any time on TikTok as a consumer. I'm only on there creating content for the reasons I just shared with you. And so, but I'm on YouTube all the time. That's the only thing I listen to is YouTube, audiobooks, books on tape. So I'm like, if I want to meet more people like me, I'm going to have to get on YouTube. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do YouTube. I don't think I have anything to say. What am I going to say? I don't know how to make thumbnails. I don't know how to edit them. I don't know. And I was just like consumed in this fear that I guess I was just going to fail, or that I'd never see any success on YouTube. And what's so funny is like, after just making a few YouTubes, I already had people joining my free Skool group from like 2 videos. We trick ourselves into thinking it's going to be a lot harder than it is. And now I'm not going to say that it's not going to be hard work. It's still that. But it's simple. It's pretty simple when you really just do it, instead of allowing yourself to be like carried off in this mental chatter of bullshit because your mind. I'll tell you this right now. In human design, okay, your mind is never the authority, meaning your mind is not the one that needs to be making decisions. Your body actually knows. And I have self-projected authority, which means that I talk things out. I understand and figure out how I feel by talking about it. And that's really true for me. Can you tell? And I just want you to know that it's okay to leave the matrix. It's not the only way. If you can't imagine working the rest of your life in a 9-to-5, that's like a fate worse than death to me, honestly. Like, it really is. And it's not like that for everybody. But I have a feeling that you're here because we share that belief and that we value freedom and independence. But what's crazy is, if you value freedom in your life, meaning you want to make money on your own terms, you want to monetize your purpose, amplify your impact, make bank, you're going to have to go into uncharted territories and take the leap, because you were meant for more. That's why you're here listening to this. The only way that you fail, the only thing that guarantees you'll fail is you not trying. The only thing that guarantees failure is you giving up right now before the magic happens. Do you really want to do that? So instead of saying, I'm scared to leave my job, I'm scared, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? What if we reframed that fear as excitement for a new opportunity? Excitement for the unknown. Let's talk about your niche real quick. Oh boy, niche. A niche equals a need. You're here because you know you want to help people and you also want to make bank. The best way to do that is to find a pre-existing need in the marketplace and solve that problem. You already have enough in you right now to help somebody solve a problem. And the point of your personal brand, the point of you getting yourself out into the internet land is to find your uniqueness and exploit it in the service of, and the person that you are most qualified to serve is a previous version of you. I got that from Rory Vaden. Shout out to him. That person is already out there and they need you more than you need them. Maybe you both need each other equally. I don't know, but you don't get there by playing it safe. So if you know that you were born to thrive You can set a goal, you can set an intention, but really what it comes down to is shifting your identity and shifting from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset and realizing that there is money to be made out there. There are people who need your help. There is that future you've been dreaming of, that potential that you see, that you've seen, I don't know how many times, like it exists, but it's just a potential unless you go for it through aligned action. It's not about the hustle, hustle, hustle. Yes, there's some hustle. Of course there is. You're starting a business. You're allowing, birthing this thing into existence to serve a pre-existing need. But it's really about lining up your own uniqueness, your own purpose, your passion with a pre-existing need in the marketplace and taking the focus from you, from, oh my God, what are they going to think about me, to how can I help them solve this problem? This problem that they wake up to every single day. For me, I help coaches monetize their purpose, amplify their impact, and make bank as an online coach so that you can go full-time doing what you love without freaking out about the tech or the content creation or any of that, because it's really it's easy if you let it be easy. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think you're so freaking special. I do. I think you're so special. And I can't wait to see what you do. If you want to join my Skool community, I have a free Skool linked down below, and I hope to see you in there. Let me know in the comments below what your human design aura and profiles are. Maybe I'll make a video for you. Mwah!